Oh, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Or should I say Royal Sussex um, lunch break or nearbout, thereabouts, you know. Anyway, I tried to start on time. But okay, Royal Sussex CP time at noon or thereabouts. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, welcome one and all. Thank you for being here. Let me say hi to a few people and then we can get started. I don't think we'll be here but maybe an hour, maybe less. We'll see. We'll see how it goes today. Okay. So, do that. Ooh, pleads guilty. Okay. That got my attention. I was just looking at something popping up on the feed. Okay, so hello, Connie Balmer. Hey, Connie Balmer. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. And hello, Iris Demonia, Amelia Rodriguez, uh, Alita Portres, and Karen M. Hello, Denise Jones, Sherry Ware, Raven, Carolyn Soares, Sonia H., Jacuzzi, Honesty Lover, Donna Reese, Kenitha Ash, Vetty. Vetty wants to say hi to a few people, show enough. And Gwendolyn Daniels, hey, Church Nelly, wants to say hi to a few people. Joan Commonwealther, Kim Coates, Elaine Parker, Judy Rico, I think I said Lynn too. Marlene Clark, hi. Denise Jones, no, I said that. Lorna Williams, Dari Wiley, Florence Chimfumbi, Donna Reese. Okay, I think I'm repeating myself already. Yvonne Clark, Karen Warner, uh, bonsoir, bonjour, Charlotte. Okay, and Rick is here. Okay, and Teresa Williams. Okay, Mama Jane. Hello, Nambi D. Elizabeth Daniels. Hi. Zenobia Woods. Okay. All right, I think I'm good for going back. I don't want to go back way too far, but it's not that many actually. But yes, hello one and all. Hello, Black Queen. Um, Joan Commonwealth wants to say hi. Okay, very good. Thank you. All right. So let's get started then. And hopefully, I can get you all out of here in an hour. Right, Faith, Hope, Love, and Colleen? Mystic Toxin? Cool. All right. So, as a matter of fact, I don't have that many slides. So, let me start off with this one. Okay. So, as it said in the, about the book. So, this is the thing. Jeremy Vine was kind of on fire today. Full disclosure, I didn't watch the whole show. I just watched bits and pieces of it that was shared on social media. I can't actually watch the show direct from there, and I probably wouldn't want to watch it most days, but sometimes the topics are off the chain, especially if Dr. Shola is on. I love that for sure. Okay, got it. Someone else wants to say hi to everyone. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, so hi, Marianne Morris. Look at all the books that have been written about Prince Harry. So, R. Crucy says Mike Perry goes from show after show being paid money talking about Harry, but apparently Harry is not supposed to talk about I'm sorry, to tell his own story. People have been telling Harry's story since he was born and shaping his narrative. Time for Harry to tell his own story, his truth. Amen. I agree with that. Uh, with the fullness of my spirit, I agree with that. And I'm going to explain to you why I feel that way. First of all, it just makes common sense. Hello, Crystal J. But hi, Diana Ware. The reason why it makes a lot of sense is because there are, oh, let's say hundreds of people who have profited significantly from Prince Harry. And then there are, the tens of thousands of people that are on social media every day, profiting from the hate and the hostility from the tabloid press, from, unfortunately, a few members of the royal family. And okay, there's a lot of people. Let's just say that. I can't give you the numbers, but there's a lot of people that are disparaging Harry, trying to besmirch his character, and they're getting paid good money for it. And so Harry really ought to have a chance to tell his own story. And so the idea of a book is out there. I believe we began talking about Harry's book last year. They announced that there was a book deal, and the royal family lost their ever loving minds at the notion that Harry has a book deal. Let's see. So he says, I'm writing this not as the prince I was born, but as the man I have become. Even that, even that quote from Harry caused a lot of controversy. I mean, just that quote. What does he mean, the man he's become? Or what does he mean, the prince he was born? They picked the whole thing apart as much as they could to try to find any flaw in that statement. There is none. I'll just say it. There is no flaws. The statement is solid. Just as solid as Prince Harry is a solid individual. So is that quote, that statement. And let's go here. Okay, so this one, I don't think this is a real book, but I love Ginger Snaps by Ginger Avenger Prince Harry. I don't believe that anybody actually wrote that book. I think one of the squaddies had put that together, but when I saw it, I absolutely loved it. The Ginger Snaps, because he has snapped and he has asserted himself as a man, and of course, a married man with a family to concern himself with. Again, I'm writing this book not as the prince I was born, but as the man I have become. So, this is one of the reasons why I said I could explain this in better detail. Take a look at that. These, I just like Googled books about Oprah. I'm going to use Oprah as a case study if that's not too strongly worded. I'm going to use her as a case study. Oprah Oprah has had many a books written about her. Um, she's been fodder for the tabloids, endless speculations from this person and that person. I mean, to throw Oprah's name in there at one time was, you could put her hand in hand with a story about Diana. I mean, either one sold a lot of copies, even though Diana was probably more photographed, as well as the stories. Oprah was mostly just one salacious story after the other. And what's really sad is that some of Oprah's family members even sold her out. She mentioned that on her show, that her family members have sold her out. Like, for instance, the sister that was adopted away from the family that she didn't even know about for years, which sounds like a topic from her show, but it was a real life event that happened to Oprah, her sister Patricia, who thought that she was related to Oprah, and she kept it secret. She and her family, they were wise enough to keep it secret. They attempted to get in touch with Oprah, and they were able to do that. And Oprah was so pleased because that was like one part of her family that did not sell her out. But I don't want to misrepresent the events, but I do believe that when her sister was on drugs, before she died, there were times when the tabloids paid her for stories. And they don't have to be true. They just have to have someone close enough to Oprah on the record to say that this is what happened. And I believe the same thing happened with her brother, who died from HIV and a combination of drugs. And so Oprah became more and more guarded with her image because there were so many people selling her out. But at the same time, again, before the age of the internet, people were making a lot of money from Oprah. And Oprah, uh, being the very wise, intelligent businesswoman, some of you guys will remember this as you probably watched the Oprah Winfrey Show, just like I did. Um, Oprah's decided, okay, if you take a look at the top of this slide, there are tons of those tabloid stories, tons of them. Secret of Oprah's New Will. Uh, let's see, who's gay? Oprah, something, something. I'm trying to read that small print. The Queen. Oh no, not that one. Anyway, you can just okay. Oprah suicide drama. Yeah, all kind of stuff like that. Let me see. I remember I think I've seen one that Oprah was dying, all kind of crazy stuff. So Oprah very wisely got to thinking, if my face is helping to sell these magazines and these tabloids, why don't I start my own magazine? So take a look at the bottom of this slide and you can see the O magazine. And what's really cool about that is that at a time when so many magazines were collapsing from lack of sales, O Magazine was thriving, thriving. Now, of course, since then, the O Magazine, I believe it's only released seasonally instead of monthly, but it just goes to show that that assumption or that assertion was correct. That if I put myself on my own magazine, I can tell my story better than anybody else. I can make sure that I am accurately represented. Amen. And that's exactly what happened. She was able to tell her truth. She was able to use her image in a way that she um, wanted for herself, as opposed to some magazine coming up with these salacious stories just so that people would buy their magazines, so that people would buy their tabloids. And so the point I'm trying to make is that if Oprah can do this for herself, then it just makes sense that Harry telling his own story will be a truth instead of their truth. It will be his truth. It will be his truth instead of their truth. I believe that from every interview that we've seen with Harry as of late, that it is going to be honest, and in some places it may even be brutally honest, but he's going to tell the truth, and it's going to be the truth as he knows it. Now, there's been said that if that publishing company, I believe it was it Simon and Schuster. I can't even remember the publishing company, but if the publishing company has released a list of books that are coming out and he's not on that list, then obviously his book is not ready. There's no firm date. He changed his mind. And that's when that troll Angela Levin comes in, which I'll talk about that in a minute. But before I do that, matter of fact, let me see what's coming up next. Oh, yeah, I can share this with you. Oh, okay. So I'll talk about that in a minute. Let me take a couple of your comments and then I'll get on to the thing about the Rosie in the kitchen with Rosie. All right. Oh, it's Penguin Random House, maybe. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Lynn says, I was an avid watcher of Oprah's show, Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, and the whole bunch of people she made famous. Didn't she, though? Didn't she, though? And let's see. Oh, and by the way, thank you for your comment. Jean Manatee says, good morning, everyone. I'm a little late, but how much have I missed? Not much, actually. Not much at all. I literally just started. So you're all good. Okay. Karen M says they commented on Harry's book about not being on the list. Exactly. That it's not on a list for books that are being released uh, for the rest of this year or something like that. I think so. And so that seems to be the issue, is that they're assuming because he's not on the list that the book will not be released this year or indefinitely. Um, well, there that may be true, that may not be true, but how would we know? I don't know. I believe that when the book is, they're probably anticipating some very strong sales for that book, and that the book will go to the bookstores, and they are going to, and of course it'll be available to stream online and everything, but it's going to be released at the same time. There won't be any trickling of the books. I believe just like a Harry Potter novel, um, they want to release the books at a single date, and that the book would be available at that point. I, I'm pretty sure that the tabloids, I'm sure that they're nosing around at the publishing companies trying to figure out exactly when it goes into print. I mean, that's one way to find out, is to just try to snoop around and figure out when is it going into print, or if they know someone on the inside, when will they actually release it so that it can be, sold digitally. But who knows exactly? Okay, let me scroll back a little bit. See if I missed anything. Lorna Williams says, I remember Brooke Shields talking about a tabloid reporter going to her mother's nursing home. The reporter posed as her mother's friend to get information from her mother who had dementia. Wow, that's awful. But yeah, they will do that. That is awful, though. I never heard that story. Thank you for your comment, Lorna. And Charlotte says, maintenant, il reporte the jealous and heinous R words. Exactly, Charlotte. You are absolutely right. You took the words right out of my mouth. You have. Thank you so much for your comment. Okay, and Teresa Williams says, I remember how Oprah was always plastered across the tabloids when you check out at the supermarket. Yes, Teresa, exactly. So Oprah took back her power, as the millennials would say. She took back her power, and she decided to create her own magazine. So that just makes sense to me. All right. So, with that, let me just go on here. So, what I had to say about this in the kitchen with Rosie. Okay. Some of you all may remember, some of you all may have forgotten, but there was that time when Oprah Winfrey was supposed to release a autobiography. And the autobiography about her life story at a time when she was not really old enough to have had a life story. I mean, of course, it would be only the first book. There would have to be several to follow because she's done a lot since then. But if you all remember, Oprah, if they were just about to publish the book, and Oprah said, wait, 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 I'm not ready. And the publishing company, they collectively screamed about that because Oprah was going to have this big sensational book, and they were sick about the fact that the book was no longer going to be released. Oprah, I don't know if Oprah, the weight of her request was enough to stop the book from being published, or if it was, you know, up to her at the last minute to stop it. But whatever the case, Oprah said, nope, I'm not ready. And so, as an alternative to the Oprah Winfrey biography, she decided to promote a book called In the Kitchen with Rosie. Do you guys remember that? And Rosie's book became a bestseller. And then from there came the Oprah's Book Club. So Oprah sold a lot of books through her book club, and she had a lot of the authors on her show. And so it just goes to show exactly how much power she was wielding with her own image at that time. And to her, her image was everything. And so rather than to forfeit that to printing a book before she was ready, she pretty much uplifted the entire publishing industry as it was at the time and sold a lot of books by hosting the authors, writers on her show, and also having the book club. So, win win for everyone. And so, I'm just reminding you guys about that little bit of Oprah history that I recall with the Oprah Book Club and the In the Kitchen with Rosie book. Rosie was her personal chef, if you guys remember, and she asked her, why don't you write a book? Just write a book. And so she did. And thanks to Oprah, the book sold like hotcakes. So yeah, just a little publishing history. So the truth is, I have no idea when Harry's book is going to come out. I don't think anybody knows, not the average person. Uh, I don't know how much that means that it wasn't on that list. I could only imagine that whatever the Sussexes are planning for Harry's book, whatever Harry's planning for his book, it is going to be very, very deliberate and is probably going to coincide with a birthday or some other event, as most things Sussex usually do, have some kind of connection to a date or an event. And so that's when we'll know. We won't know until we know, and not any sooner. And it just goes to show that the British establishment of British media, and of course the various houses of Windsor, they have no control over Harry's schedule, and that's what frustrates them, and that is why they are going to make a big fuss about this book not being on a list of books that are going to be released soon. Lynn says, "I was Oh, did I read that already? I'm sorry about that." Annie Bullard says, hello to a few people. I'm scrolling here. Ginger Lily says, Baron, the lady hosting the Jeremy Vine show, was not having it with that troll Angela Levin. I saw that. I saw that. Thank you for your comment. They are chomping at the bits about the book. Their knickers are all in a bunch. Yes, they have their knickers in a bunch, right? Thank you, Joan Commonwealther. And let's see here. I'm scrolling down here. Let's see. The rats are trolling the publishing houses to see if Harry's book was on the list. Yes, sister, and I believe they are. They are probably sifting through the trash and have probably hired private detectives, no doubt. Lucy Wynn says, we don't care about that fish-eyed troll-looking fool, Angela. Okay, Auntie Esther, you old fish-eyed fool. Fred Fred Sanford. Wait a minute. No, wait. How did she say it? Wait a minute now, Fred Sanford. Hold on now, Fred Sanford. Okay, they are praying that it's not released so the palace can have breathing room till next year, they said. Okay. So I don't know this to be true. I'm sure I'm not saying anything that nobody else isn't already thinking, but delaying that book for whomever, wherever, whatever, delaying the book is a powerful tool to leverage with, especially considering what may or may not be in the book. That leaves Prince Harry a lot that he can wield and leverage his power. Because yes, they are nervous and they're not in a hurry to see that book. And so, um, okay, I don't want to speculate any further than that for now, but I have my thoughts about it. And maybe the book is time sensitive, and maybe it is time for a catastrophic event of some sort. I don't need to say what that may be, but maybe, just maybe, there's some event coming up and the book will coincide with that event or soon thereafter. Right? Right. Pamela Melissa Davies says, Mr. Barron and Squatties are awesome mods. God bless us all. Thank you, Pamela. Yes, and God bless the moderators. They are awesome. Joyce Vos says, They want to know when the book is coming out so they can trash the book before. Yes, you know what, Joyce? Maybe they should invite Vicky and what's the daddy's name? The arbiters, Dickie and Vicky. Oh, I didn't know that rhymes. Yeah, maybe they should invite Dickie and Vicky and Ingrid. Ingrid, I wish I had more bangs, Seward. And what's his name? Richard Fitzgerald. Yeah, maybe they should invite all of them to give a prequel of a book that hasn't been released yet. They're actually kind of good at that. So they could they could easily do that. Thank you for your comment. The publisher stated just because the book is not on the list does not mean that it will not be released. This is the same publisher that printed Meghan's book. Thank you, Angela Thomas. Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. Just because it's not on that list doesn't mean anything. Hello, Edith. I'm glad you're here. Uh okay. Let me take that away. All right. So speak of the Angela. I'll share what Kensington Palace officials told me at the time. Through Newsweek, Levin was given access to official engagements and chats with Harry for a 2017 cover, right? Then, without permission, she turned that material into a book. Harry was crushed and his team were furious. So Angela has pined on and on. Sorry. She's piped on and on and on about this idea that she followed Harry around for a year and a quarter, and I followed him around, and I've had access, and he's invited me to places before he met the Hollywood actress because it's really what Meghan wants. And so she went on and on and on about this thing about Harry's inviting her. Well, it wasn't Harry, it was his team. And it was for a cover of Newsweek. But I think, as per usual, it was a big setup, probably from someplace else in that family, I'm sure. Um, so right here, you can see the actual cover of that Newsweek. Here, I couldn't show it to you because it's kind of cut off there. And thank you to all of the squatties on Twitter that have unearthed all of these things. So there you can see the cover. That was what Angela was supposed to contribute to, I believe, is that particular Newsweek magazine, right? And as you guys know, the Newsweek of today is not the Newsweek of my childhood, which was a very serious magazine. Now Newsweek has become almost as bad as any tabloid. So I don't recognize that Newsweek. And here on the right side, uh, is it Malika? Helena says, I love that the Royal Circle can't simply check a circular and accurately predict Prince Harry's schedule. They do not have the authority nor access anymore. We will all get that memoir together on the same day, right? That's it. We'll all get it together on the same day. It is not the appointed time, it is the anointed time, right? I remember Ayana Van Zant said that to Oprah. It's not the appointed time, it's the anointed time. So maybe that's what this is. It's not the appointed time, it is the anointed time. And so at the time of the anointing, then we will all collectively find ourselves blessed with Harry's truth. And no sooner. That's it. We will find out when we find out. It is not at the I guess the comfort and convenience of the tabloids or the royal family. We will find out when the publishing company and Prince Harry agree that the book should be made available. And as they say, that just because it's not on the list does not mean that that the book is not coming out this year. So and I think a lot of people expected the book on Father's Day, and then wait a minute, when is Harry's birthday? When is his birthday? Maybe that's the day. Maybe it'll be his birthday. Who knows? We can only wait. We can only wait. Now, again, I'm going to say there may be some leverage involved with this, and maybe Harry is just going to let them sweat and let them speculate, because the more that they do that, the more they're actually helping him out. They are only helping to increase the sales of the book. And so the more they build up the legend of this book before it even comes out, the more it's going to sell. And the more it sells, the more people will learn the truth about that family. They'll learn the truth about how the Sussexes, as far as I'm concerned, of how they were driven out of Narnia. Pamela Melissa Davies says, "So sneaky. Angela is upset. She and the the British media no longer have access to our Prince Harry. So they are truly upset and crossed about this. They do not own Prince Harry. Period. No, they don't own him. They wish, but he's over here now. He's free. He's living in Montecito, where there are, oh, sorry, that's the wrong one, where there are no leaks. There are no leaks in Montecito. So, yeah, their loss, I'm sure. Their loss, our gain. Okay. Uh, Nazuri Makia says, "I thought the book was always due to come out in the fall." Me too. I thought it was the fall. So what are they complaining about? Book release dates change on the dime, so it really is a wait and see. Exactly. Thank you, Nazuri. Thank you so much. I hope Angela Levin is listening. I hope she's listening. Trolls usually have big ears, so I hope she's listening. Hello, Anastasia Isabella. Okay, so right here it says, write an article about Meghan Markle. What do? Oh, am I jumping onto the next subject? I guess I am. What do we do if what's his name? Kyrgos starts abusing the royal? Yes, okay. So what do we do if Kiro starts abusing the royals? And this Dan Walker, who I don't even know who he is, but I found that on. He says, write an article about Meghan Markle. Well, that's what they usually do. Oh, Harry's birthday is September 15th. Is that right? Thank you, Hyacinth. Thank you so much. Okay. Jenna Lilly says, the host on the Vine show asked Angela, why is it okay for Harry's parents to write their own memoirs, but not okay for Harry to write his own? And she kept harping back to, I spent a year and a quarter with, I saw that. I spent a year and a quarter with him, and I was invited to go to these places, and I sat down. She only sat down with him, all of those places that Harry went, that she was allowed to tag along again for a Newsweek article or cover or whatever, she did not interact with him. It wasn't until the 11th hour that I guess he felt sorry for what he probably mistook to be some old bag lady following. He probably thought it was some old bag lady following him around, some vagabond or something. And so he mistook her as someone who was in dire need of help or whatever. And he invited her to come in to eat or whatever, and then that's when he found out that that little frumpy thing just tagging along, that's actually a report. um, that that little frumpy thing that looks like an extra from oh, I don't know, an extra from La Miserable, that is actually the reporter. That's not an extra from Les Mis. That is a reporter. Oh man. No, she doesn't work here. She doesn't clean the palace. She's a reporter. And I'm pretty sure that came as shock to Harry's team. They probably thought that that was like someone who was there to clean, and only to find out that that was a reporter. So I'm sure something of that matter happened. And then when Harry realized that that person who that little frumpy looking person that's been following him around was a reporter, I'm pretty sure at that point he felt sorry for her and said, "Oh well, I better talk to her." And of course, he spoke to her for like what, 15, 20 minutes or whatever. And once he had had enough of it, then he moved on. And from that conversation, and of course, following them around, appearing as though she was, some kind of domestic help, that's what led her to believe that she had enough material to write a book. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for your comment, Ginger Lily. Oh, and Pamela Melissa Davies, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Monday lunch break to you. Okay, so Judy Rigo says, "Oh, that's for someone else. I'm out of that." And El Jet says, "Greetings, Sussex Squad. Those old hags will never get over the world's most eligible bachelor not choosing them." Yeah, right. I mean, to Angela, I'm pretty sure that it was like a lot of this one-sided, one-dimensional fantasy in her head or something. And I'm still not sure that she wasn't supposed to, you know, work there, but at the palace. But okay, so maybe she's fooled the world to convince them that she is actually some type of reporter of journalists or whatever, but whatever, I don't care. So Lydia Barber says Angela Levin has grandeur delusional disorder regarding Prince Harry, thinking she owns him, or maybe she's the surrogate mother for Harry after his mom. She's really delusional. I feel sorry for her. Well, you know what? She's not a very sympathetic character, but I can understand why you would feel sorry for her. And I think that it's all part of a much greater grift, but that's just my opinion. I can't approve it, not approve it, but I can't prove it. But I'm going to say this is an alleged grift that just, won't end. That she has found a way to monetize a 5 or 10 minute conversation. She follows him around at the request of. I'm going to assume that his team made the request that she come to this event and that event so she could see how Harry works. And not only did she figure out how he works, but she figured out how she can parlay that into a lifetime income just by talking about the little window of time that she spent with him. So that's it. She was allowed to see a little bit inside behind the curtains, and she never left. Essentially, she never ever left. She is still following Harry around, albeit virtual, but she's still on his heels every place he goes. Thank you, Ginger Lily, for the super sticker. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And again, happy Monday to you. Thank you so much. All right, so moving on. Let me see what's coming up next before I remove that. Uh, okay, yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so I'm not sure what this means. I don't know where this comes from, but it says someone posted that on the. No, I really don't know where it comes from. Oh, what's that? Annie Bennett. Annie Bennett says, "It warms my heart to know that there are so much love out there. I mean, so much love for Harry and Meghan. Thank you, Mod Squad, Baron, and all the squaddies." Annie Bennett, yes, we're here for the Sussexes. That's really what brings us together. And thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. And so does everybody else, I'm sure. Happy Monday to you, and thank you so much for being a member of Royal Sussex. All right. So somebody posted this, and I don't know. It says, "Why are my veins so visible all of a sudden? Causes, treatment. Does alcohol make veins more visible? Drinking alcohol can make visible veins even more noticeable. Alcohol raises your heart rate, placing extra pressure on your veins. Cigarette smoking injures the walls of your veins, making them bulge and be more visible." I don't know why they put that on the Twitter, but I don't know. It just seems like something that I should have shared with you guys. But if you know what that's about, let me know. I don't know. But anyway, I guess it was a public service message. I don't recognize that engagement ring, the watch, or the very garish polka dot dress at all. So I don't know. Somebody just put that up there. I have no connection to it. I I have no connection to it whatsoever. So yeah, recollections may vary, right? Right. Oh, thank you so much, Kat Harlem, for the super chat. Every chance I get, I remind people that Harry and Meghan don't engage the British tabloids or Angela Latrine. Therefore, their articles, comments are lies. Absolutely. Harry and Meghan made a statement through their people. What was it last year? That we will no longer engage with the Royal Rotor and, of course, the tabloid press. So, yeah, that is a real thing. They made a very formal proclamation about that. We ain't talking to y'all no more. So, thank you so much, Kat Harlem, for the super chat. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, so anyway, that anonymous public service message that I have no reference to is just something I thought I would share with you guys. Edith Agare says the British professional trolls, aka journalists, have forgotten how they treated Lady Diana. I'm sure that the death of Diana saved her image. Yeah, if not for that, they would, as Harry said, they're never going to stop. They never left his mother alone. The only thing that prevented them from completely destroying her image was the fact that unfortunately she died. And even after all of that has come and gone, including Charles and Mary and his emotional support, Camilla, whenever it suits them, they have to try to find some kind of way to say that she um, was mentally ill, or um, even that oh, what's her name, the U-boat captain. I saw some documentary that she was on, and she attributed anything that went wrong with Princess Diana was because her mother left when she was young and she didn't have a good education. I'm serious. Princess Michael of Kent actually said that. But here's the thing about that. Princess Michael of Kent didn't get along with Princess Diana at all. They didn't even really tolerate each other. You can find very few photos of the two of them together. Um, Princess Michael of Kent she's another one who has some very grand ideas about her self image, ignoring the fact that her father was a Nazi. And so that's why Princess Diana referred to her as the U boat captain. Which when I first heard that, I thought it was so cute. But she referred to Princess Michael of Kent as a U-boat captain, and Princess Michael of Kent uh, is not shy, or does not shy away from saying some pretty controversial things about Princess Diana. But I was absolutely shocked by that. I'm just like, at the time when I heard that, I'm like, she lives at Kensington Palace, and at the time, so did Harry, and she just did not think enough about Harry's feelings, or about the memory of Diana to have said something as nasty and ugly as that. And as far as her mother leaving or made it sound like she ran away, the truth is that she could not have custody of Diana because Diana's father is the Earl, was the Earl Spencer, is the Earl Spencer, and I think that it would have been almost impossible for her to take at the time Lady Diana out of the country. So, but she left. She went to another country because, as an aristocrat and having been married to the Earl Spencer, who in his day was pretty powerful, um, she probably could have never been happy in Britain. So she left, and over time, not to drag this out too much, but over time, Diana did actually strike up a friendship with her stepmother, Rain, who married her father. I think she married Diana's father after the mother and everything broke up. Her mother and father broke up, so she actually got to be very close to her. So it wasn't like she didn't have any type of a matriarch in her life growing up. She did. It just her father and her mother divorced, and you know, being a child of divorce, God, she fit in just perfect with the with the Windsors. At least she didn't marry her first cousin. Oh man. Okay, thank you so much, Edith, for your that's a different one, right? No exaggeration. If she's still here, the British journalist would have turned her to something else. Let me see. Meghan, thank God, was not mad before she left. Yeah, if Princess Diana was still here, number one, she would still be very, very, very popular. But if she was still here, the tabloid press probably would have done as much dirt and terrible things to her as they always have. It would have just been so much more of it. So, yeah, unfortunately, we will never know. But very, very sad. Very sad. Thank you for your comment. Okay, and oh, thank you, Dorothy Ross. Thank you for the super sticker. Happy Monday to you, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, it seems to me that Kate had an unspoken deal with William. Can have Rose if she could have Harry. Kate is always. I don't know, Mary H. I I don't know. And as for you could have, I don't think it's really up to nobody is going to wait for her opinion. I think William just does whatever he wants to do. So any alleged relationship between him and Rose or anyone else for that matter, it's kind of hard to say. William uh, shows no deference at all. He lacks any deference for even his father, and I'm guessing even his grandmother. He doesn't seem to have much respect for anyone other than himself. So, yeah, kind of hard to say, but thank you for your comment. Black Queen says once Earl Spencer got a son, he discarded Diana's mother. She left and wanted to take her kids, but men with power blocked her. Exactly. Exactly. I think that, and you're right, Black Queen. That happens is that once you have given them their children, you really are not important anymore. You can be discarded like yesterday's news. It doesn't matter. Yeah, there's nothing about anyone that's so important once they have fulfilled their duty as marrying into the aristocracy or, the royal family. Okay, we're done with you. You can move on now. That's why they don't pay any attention to Sarah Ferguson, is because wait, what is this? Breaking news: Prince Harry will deliver the keynote address at the UN July 18th for the uh, what is that commemoration of Nelson Mandela Day in New York. Shut the front door. Let me look that up. Let me look that up. That is so cool. Thank you, Bright Eyes. You do have bright eyes. Okay. Um, Let me see if I can look that up and I'll investigate and see what that's about. Thank you so much for your comment. Um, Prince Harry keynote address. Okay. That's the cool thing about being on in the daytime is that a lot of stuff is coming down the pike. And of course, by the time people in the UK find out about it, much to the frustration of the tabloids, it's the next day. I think that's what really destroys them about the Sussexes being in California is that by the time they find out about something, it's like, hey, bruh, it's done already happened. You might as well go home. Wow, the Sussexes in New York. This makes me so happy. If there's anything I love, it's the Sussexes in New York City. Oh man, and I cannot find the story anywhere. Let me try to word it another kind of way. Let me see. Uh, Had to throw some Nelson Mandela in there too. Okay. Oh, how come I still don't see anything? Huh? Huh? Did you said breaking news? Prince Harry will deliver keynote address at UN. Okay, let me throw that in there too. United Nations at UN. Still don't see anything. Well, what could I say? I'm kind of slow, but I'm worth waiting for. But yeah, well, we'll definitely hear some more about that later. Um, okay. Wow. Elizabeth has a home in New York City. Really? What Elizabeth? Let me see. Oh, is that for someone else? That is for someone else. Okay. Man, that story must be red hot. I can't find it anywhere. Live coverage will be with ABC News. Where are you guys seeing all this stuff? All of these things I subscribe to, and I'm not getting anything. Wow. And I'm looking through everything that's just come in and nothing. Oh, well. Thank you for the update. And thank you for sharing that on Royal Sussex. Okay. All right. I'm scrolling through the Twitter sphere. I don't see it, but I'm sure you guys are right. But I'll probably have to catch up later then. I'm excited though. That's good because there's nothing to me that I love more than seeing the Sussexes in New York City. That is always awesome. And I think New York is aha, I see it. I see it. Prince Harry will deliver the keynote address at the UN General Assembly commemoration of Nelson Mandela International Day on July 18th in New York City. Gonna be a media frenzy here at the UN headquarters. Live coverage on ABC News Channel. Yes, yes, very good. Thank you so much for that. I'm looking at it right now. Woo! I love it. I love it. You know why I love it? Is because over there across the pond, they are going to have all their collective noses out of joint. I love, love, love it. Not that that's the important thing. I mean, let's not put the cart before the horse. This is a very monumental event, and I'm glad Prince Harry will have a chat. I'm just kidding. I'm so happy. Do you like the way I was trying to be all dignified? this is a very monumental event, and well, the truth is, it's pretty cool. I love it. So, but yeah, matter of fact, I am going to put it on here. Let me go back and I'll take a screenshot and share that little image with you. Uh, yeah, I could do that. This is going to be something to look forward to. I mean, I'm not trying to be petty or superficial, but woo! Oh yeah, and you know what's gonna happen, don't you? You know what's gonna happen is there's gonna be the obsession about the Sussexes bringing the Netflix cameras. Thank you for reminding me about that, Francilia. But the Netflix cameras, and maybe Archie has a camera in his juice box, and and maybe Lily has some in her diapers or in her pram, and Megan, you know, her hat is actually a Panama camera holder, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see what her twisted reaction is. But yeah, she is going to lose her mind. Um, Especially the UN General Assembly. Do you guys have any idea how big this is going to be? This is going to be huge. Huge. The UN General Assembly? This is going to be huge. They are going to be sick. Do you hear me? Sick. They're going to be sick about this. Oh, yeah, this is big. This is really big. I love it. Anyway, I don't want to sound petty and spiteful and vengeful and all that kind of stuff, but woo, I love it. Okay. All right. Okay. Calm down, you guys. Calm down. This is just the UN General Assembly. It's not like he's going before some worldwide body of people. I'm just kidding. He is. He is. He will and he is. And of course, we all know that Nelson Mandela and Princess Diana were very close. Matter of fact, I just watched a film clip of when Nelson Mandela visited the Althorpe estate so that he could visit Princess Diana's grave. So that if that's any indication of how close they are, I mean, what else can you say? They were very close. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, you guys, sorry if I'm getting too loud and, and too outrageous, but oh man, I love it. I love it. Thank you, Bright Eyes PBMJ. You have brought me so much pleasure just now. That is really cool. Okay, so um, let me look at some more of your comments. What do you guys think about all this? Okay, you guys are feeling it too, huh? Deanna C says, you know, Baldy and Bones are incandescent with rage right now, and we get to see what Meghan will wear. All designers are anticipating because whatever she wears sells out fast, doesn't it, though? Exactly. Whatever she wears, it is going to sell very fast. So, um, let me see. Do this, do this. Okay. All right. United Nations. I'm going to see if I can share something else. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move this over here. Let me do this. And yeah, I'm just going to share a couple of things to add a little context to the conversation that we're having. If I might have a moment, please. Okay. And one more, one more. Stay with me, you guys. I'm going to do this very fast. Huh. Okay. All right. Okay, so yes, I'm going to share that thing that I just mentioned. So go slides and that allow, and there you go. Something a little more visual than nothing. Nothing so impressive, but speaking of not impressive, I got to get Angela off of it. There you go. This was thank you, Deanna C. There you go. There you go. By the way, it's 1,167 people here. Please hit that like button and also share. Joanne Baker says those idiots across the pond, in other words, the so called journalists, remain stupid. The more they talk about Harry and Meghan, the more publicity they give them. You know, whenever the Sussexes seem to be relatively quiet, you know something big is happening. We all know that means something big is happening. And in this case, it's the United Nations General Assembly. Now, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys remember how? Oh, thank you so much, Elaine Parker. Thank you for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Do you guys remember how they were mocking Harry and Meghan when they went to the United Nations? Do you guys remember that? They were mocking them and trying to make fun of them and everything. And I remember the big lie they told. Oh, they tried to take their cameras in and they were turned away. They were only there for 5 minutes, and um, they don't know what the relationship is with anyone that the Sussexes know. Um, their idea of dying and going to heaven, the haters, that is, the tabloid press, their idea of going to heaven would have to be having a peek at the Duchess of Sussex's Rolodex, which I'm sure is ample. If they could just have a peek at her Rolodex, I'm sure that that would mean a lot to them. So picture it, Prince Harry at the United Nations on that big stage, the world stage. I mean, my head is spinning right now. My head is spinning with excitement. Uh, oh man. You know what, you guys? I'm going to see if I can try to get a photo of it. Oh, I have one. I have one. I'm going to share this with you guys. Give me just a moment. That is, oh, that's nice. That is nice. Okay. I'm going to share this photo if I can. Give me just a second here, and I promise to share. This is really cool. Just to give you an idea, just to give you an idea of what is coming. Okay. I've done that. So I go here. I need to take that away and then bring it back. Oh, wait, and then bring it back. All right. Slides. Okay. Just so that you can have a better idea of what to expect. Although, oh, thank you, Jackie K. Thank you. There you go. The United Nations General Assembly. Uh, Prince Harry and a world stage. I believe that that's what it means. Is this room? There's the one with all the marble in the background. So I guess there's two of those like rooms or whatever. But yeah, so that, oh man, that is going to drive those people crazy over there. Could you imagine? Heads are not going to roll; they're going to explode from jealousy. Oh, that's Mumbles and her man, Veiny. Stress hormones photo from yesterday. That awful granny polka dot dress. Whatever do you mean? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh man. Okay, okay. Let me finish doing what I'm supposed to do. But in the meantime, I wait. My face is hurting. I can't stop smiling. Okay, so remember, royals don't guess editing. Celebrities guess editing, right? Remember that royals don't guess edit. Celebrities guess edit. Well, while we're on that subject, oh, by the way, do you know what I didn't do all day? You know what I didn't do? Anyway, um, one of the squatties, and I'm sorry I forgot who, but look at the collage they put together there on the right side. Look at that collage that they put together. As you know, Dan Wooten said, Royals don't guess edit. And when Meghan did that little guest edit for, well, actually, it was very big for Vogue magazine. I mean, it was humongous and probably the biggest that they'll ever have. No guest editing for that family has ever been so tremendous. Meghan Markle faces backlash after guest editing British Vogue September issue, which, by the way, you guys, the September issue is always the biggest issue of the year, just so that we're on the same page. The September issue is the biggest issue of Vogue any given year. It's always a September issue, right? So that right there is special. Um, and of course, why wouldn't you trust the Duchess of Sussex with that one? Why guest editing British Vogue made Meghan Markle target of criticism and praise again? And then over there in the middle, it says Meghan Markle criticized for political Vogue issue by Pig Morgan. Really? By Pig Morgan? Pierce Morgan? Uh, yeah, I can see that. Meghan Markle slammed by Lorraine Host over guest editing Vogue magazine, right? And all of that. And you take a look here on the left, and you can see they are celebrating the Duchess of Cambridge. Oh no, that I'm sorry, that's the wrong old lady. The I'm sorry, I got my old ladies mixed up. The Duchess of Cornwall. I'm sorry, I was, you know what I'm saying. The hair color should have been the first thing that I noticed, but no. Anyway, old ladies look alike to me, but oh man, I gotta stop. Anyway, as I was saying, they're celebrating the fact that she's guest editing, and you know what? It gets very rich from there. It gets rich. Check this out. Prince Charles and Camilla hired Daily Mail executive for a top post. So this is all part of a much greater, um, I guess you could say, uh, news article, newspaper, magazine, a big rollout, a big public rollout of the Duchess of Cornwall. She's kissing Lord Nappyhead. She's guest editing. She's doing all these things, right? And under the watchful gaze of the person who said that royals don't do that. Okay, so there you have. Now, this is where you know they're getting kind and stay with me now. This is when you know that they're getting kind of crazy. Beautiful Camilla stuns in floral blue dress for new picture taken by Kate Middleton. Is this working? Beautiful Camilla Stuns. Wait, is this working? Okay, let me try that again. Beautiful Camilla Stuns in floral blue dress for new pictures taken by. Yeah, I guess that's what it said. I guess that's what it's right there in print. I mean, if it's in print, it must. Anyway, if it's in print, it must. It's in print. That's all I can say is it's in print. Now, take a look on the right side. When I saw that, it reminded me of this story. Duchess Camilla wows in waist clenching dress and over knee boots for new appearance. Remember that one? That one's from last year, I think. Camilla wows in waist clenching dress. Please don't clench her waist. I don't want to know nothing about her waist being clenched. I don't want to know anybody that knows anything about her waist being clenched. I would just rather not think about Camilla in thigh high boots and something clenching her waist. Those are some of the things that I find disturbing, and it will haunt your dreams and keep you up at night. So I don't ever want to acknowledge that Camilla has some boots that goes over her knees or anything else for that matter. Just like the other thing that I don't want anyone to ever say to me while I'm eating is Camilla receives the Order of the Garter. I don't want to picture garters and Camilla in the same sentence, place, or anything for that. It just, some things are just too disturbing. They're too disturbing. And having survived a global pandemic, there's only so much I could take. I have survived a global pandemic, January 6th, Donald J. Trump, 9/11. I have survived a lot in my day. Do not make me acknowledge Camilla in over the knee boots, and do not make me acknowledge Camilla and garters of any sort. So I'm just saying. Now, when they say, I don't know what it is about me, but anytime I think of Camilla, the first person the first person that comes to mind is Ernest Borgnine. I don't know why. I can't explain. I can't explain why that happens, but for some reason, you know how they say word association, like tomato, whatever. The first thing that comes to mind is Ernest Borgnine. I don't know if it's that cheeky grin, the bushy eyebrows, the hair. I don't know. But I just instantly, my mind gravitates toward Ernest Borgnine. I don't know why. If anybody could tell me why that happens, I'd appreciate it. Leave a comment or something like that. But I don't know. Maybe I should get some professional help. Why Ernest Borgnine? Like if you have flashcards and you ask me to say the first thing that comes to mind, as soon as you flash Camilla, I'm gonna say Ernest Borgnine. I don't know. It just I don't know, y'all. I done been through a lot. Like I say, I've survived a global pandemic. I survived Donald Trump and January 6th. I can survive Camilla and Ernest Borgnine. I'll get through this. Don't worry about me. I'll be okay. But I need to know why. I need to know why. Maybe it's that very strong jawline or something. I don't know. Camilla, Ernest Borgnine, just like that. It just happens. So anyway, that's my cross to bear. And that's my Ernest Borg, Camilla. Oh man. Okay, you guys. Let me see. Um, yeah. So that's it. That's it. I think I'm through for today. Yeah. You know what, Betty? You're right. The memory of Ernest Borgnine is is so sacred. And as I am a fan of Ernest Borgnine, as I am a fan of Ernest Borgnine, I really should be ashamed of myself. You're right. That was completely uncalled for because Ernest Borgnine is a credit to the acting community. He's gotten me through some pretty rough times thanks to the escapism of motion pictures, and so to compare Ernest Borgnine to Camilla Parker Bowles is probably unacceptable. You're right. I apologize. So, Ernest Borgnine, wherever you are, up there, down there, I apologize. And yeah, I recognize the of my way, not the errors, but the errors of my way. So, okay, you guys, I think I'm done. Oh, yes. Thank you, Sherry Ware. Sherry Ware was good enough to put together a donation list for me. Thank you. Thank you so much for your generous donations, Pamela Melissa Davies, Ginger Lily, Kat Harlem, Dorothy Ross, Elaine Parker, Carol Lund, and Ernest Borgnine, wherever you are. Uh, ooh. Okay, you guys. Let's see. Oh, hour and 19 minutes. That's not bad. Okay, so let me give thanks to our faves. Where are our faves? Let me see. Princess Diana, our queen of everything. I mean, sorry, our queen of hearts, and um, Doria, our queen of everything. Thank you so much, our two queens. All right. And thank you, Ernest Borgnine, for years of motion pictures and the very bizarre likeness to the future Queen consort. Thank you, Ernest Borgnine. Um, hmm, um, oh, yeah. Edith, they are busy right now trying to figure out how they can make mischief for Prince Harry. You know that. They are busy pecking away at their keyboards, trying to figure out how can we make mischief for Prince Harry. But that's okay. Prince Harry has something they don't have, and that's the squad. We got him. Thank you, Carol Purdue. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. Oh, by the way, Duchess of Success is coming on later today. Please go to your bell icon or check your listing to make sure what time, because I don't want to say what time and tell you guys the wrong time. But I think it's in like 2 hours or 3 hours, something like that. But check. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Hi, Baron and Squatties. Just jumping in the chat late. So excited to hear Harry will be honoring our legendary Madiba. Yes, that is Nelson Mandela's tribal name, Madiba. Yeah, I love that. Oh man, and the 18th. So that's a week from today, isn't it? Let me see, what day of the week is that? Uh, yes, a week from today. A week from today. Wow, we only have a week from today. All right, you guys, it's gonna be exciting. I am so excited. All right. Okay, you guys, let's ginger avenger ourselves out of there. I tell you, Prince Harry never, ever disappoints. He never disappoints. And by the way, as for the book, it'll be there when it gets there. That's when the book is coming out. Do you hear that, Derangers? The book is coming out. It'll be there when it gets there, no sooner. So um, hold your horses. The book is coming. Okay. Thank you, Sherry Ware. You guys make it great, though. You guys make it great. If it wasn't for the squad, I mean, what point would there be to it, right? You guys make it great. What is that, Annie Bullard? I know the pictures, the pictures. I haven't forgot. I haven't forgot. I am working on it. I promise. I am working on it. I am feverishly up late at nights working. Okay, not yet, but I will. I will. I ain't forgot. Let's see. Yeah. Well, thank you, Jackie K. I had fun today. I had fun. And the real big high, of course, is the United Nations. If there's anything I love going to Melba's for chicken and waffles, and I love the Sussexes in New York City. That's how Harry said it when he was in New York. He was like, "Hello, New York City." Now, you guys know he's going to be way dignified and everything at the United Nations, but this is a moment that is just custom made for Prince Harry. Amen. It is just custom made for Harry. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Let me see. As a matter of fact, where is my Harry and Meghan in New York video? Is this it? Let me see. Wow, what is this? Why did I make this? Oh well, I don't even know what that is. Let me see. But yeah, I still have the one from where they when they were in Central Park. Let me see if that's the title of it, Central Park. If it is, I will cue it up really fast. Central Park. No, no. Hmm. Anyway, it's gonna be special, guys, and I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so I'm not gonna drag this out today. I am going to cue Ginger Avenger, and then we are going to get out of here. And you guys are going to hop over to the Duchess of Success when she comes on. And I'm pretty sure Petal is going to be on later, especially for something this big. I know Petal is going to be on. I know she's got like several hats she wears throughout the week. She's very hardworking, but I'm sure she'll be available for this. So, very good. Okay, last word of the day. Last word of the day is going to be is let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, why don't I have the last word of the day? Okay, Judy Rigo. That's perfect. Bye, everyone. That is profound, Judy. I couldn't have put it better myself. Okay, so where? Okay, there he is. Q Ginger Avenger. All right, all right. There you have it. Hmm. Okay, that's that. Well, I was looking for one of my Central Park videos, but I don't see one handy. Oh, oh, that is that. Well, here's one. So you guys can go ahead and clear out, but I'm just gonna play this video for whoever's here. I think this is one that okay. Service is universal. I wonder what that is. Anyway, it'd be fun to find out. Service is universal. Okay. I'm getting excited about New York. I just want to say congratulations to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This has been a incredible day for the Sussexes visiting New York. New York has not let us down. They have rolled out the red carpet for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This has been very much like a royal visit. I'm not sure whether we should call it a royal tour of New York City or not, because they have stepped back from royal duty, but yet they do remain his and her Royal Highness. So I'm not sure, but I'm just so glad that they're there. Let's not even worry about titles. Let's not label this. I will defer to the Archwell page if I need any clarity about that. But I guess maybe the Duke and Duchess of Sussex want other people to tell the story as they see fit, long as it focuses on their primary goal, and that is the equity in vaccines. So win-win for the global community, because you have these two global leaders out there, as the Duchess loves to say, boots on the ground, fighting a good fight. For those of you that were worried about security, if you notice, there's a proper motorcade. There seemed to be plenty police protection. And of course, it seems like the haters took the day off in terms of physically showing up, which is a relief. There seemed to be nothing but love and admiration around. Like me, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to go to some pretty dark places looking for some good photos, and I don't fault anybody for doing that. Just try to tune out the context of the story, because some of the tabloids have gone into overdrive today with their descriptions of the Sussexes and their actual activity of the day. And that is to be expected, so do not let that ruin your mood. We cannot let the tabloids take our joy away from us. Remember, the opposite of woke is sleep, and we don't want to be sleeping right now. We want to witness this amazing moment that is taking place with the Sussexes. But I tell you, for some very irrelevant people, the amount of press coverage, all of these reporters fighting for attention. If you've ever listened to the live feed from the bank and pool of reporters trying to report on the Sussexes, you hear some very bizarre conversations, people yelling to each other, get out the way, take your hat off. These people were clamoring for attention, even requesting that they remove their mask so that they could take the photos that they wanted to beam around the world. Once the Sussexes emerged from the building, There was an adoring crowd outside yelling. There was lots of security. I can't stress that enough. There was so much security. So this had all the elements of a royal tour. Again, I'm not sure we're supposed to call it a royal tour. I don't know if that's the interpretation that the Sussexes use, but for all intent and purposes, they are royal. They are touring New York. They have toured Ground Zero Memorial. They have toured the new One World Trade Building. And of course, they have gone on to have a meeting with the United States UN ambassador. So I guess we can call it a royal tour. But as usual, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were very much all about taking care of business today in a very dignified manner. I'm not sure if this is the Duchess of Sussex's first visit to Ground Zero, or the Ground Zero Memorial, if you will, but as we all know, Harry has made a visit there before in the past and even laid a wreath. I believe it was back in 2009. At that time, he laid a wreath on behalf of the Queen and the people of the United Kingdom, but today, he's a global leader, a global influencer. Along with the Duchess of Sussex, the two of them are the ultimate power couple. I have to say that I'm so proud of the way that the two of them have such an ease in which they perform their duties. Whatever those duties are, it is done with great dignity and great respect. Harry has always been a natural at this. And maybe this is what he was born to do, but just not in the constraints of the royal family. Maybe he was meant to do this outside of the family. But you can see that Prince Harry is going to redefine what it means to be royal, especially a member of the British royal family. He's putting a new refinement on it, and I think future generations are going to benefit from this moment where they can have their private lives and do their universal service, because after all, service is universal. And even though the tabloid press will never stop trying to disrespect them and insinuate that somehow they're going to turn their titles into something very lurid and cheesy and some commercial venture or something that would not uphold the dignity of the royal family. As you can see, nothing could be further opposite of that. They have maintained a very dignified and somewhat reclusive life since they moved to California. So after visiting the memorial, they made a visit to Linda Thomas Greenfield, the United States ambassador to the United Nations, at her official residence there in Manhattan. Again, they made an exit to a proper motorcade with lots of security. But what I found really interesting and rather delightful, if I might say so, is the briefcase that Prince Harry used, his portfolio, if you want to call it that, says Archie's Papa. Archie's Papa. That right there just makes the entire thing worth it for me. I really admire the people who were there and able to see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex today in person. That had to be an incredibly surreal experience to see them in New York on their return to full universal service after their parental leave, because service is universal. Service is universal. We have to remember that. Service is universal. And not only should we remember it, we have to remind the family across the pond that service is indeed universal. The Sussexes did not have to go through KP. They didn't have to go through Clarence House and Buckingham Palace. They just made it do what it do. So congratulations to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex for your first phenomenal day and return to work. That's it for now. Please like, subscribe, share, donate, etc. Well, that was a nice walk down memory lane. Thanks for staying to watch that, you guys. I didn't realize it was so long, but I did enjoy sharing it. So I am going to be like on such a high all the way probably until like this time next week and beyond, because a week from today, Harry is going to be at the United Nations General Assembly. Oh man, my face hurt. I can't stop smiling, derangers. If you can hear my voice, I can't stop smiling. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much. I got to try to calm myself down. Uh, my face hurts. I know, Connie Balmer. It can't come fast enough. My face hurts. I can't stop smiling. But okay. Thank you so much. Love you guys. And good day for now. And I will see you all tomorrow.